blow me.
Yeah.
I hope the statement "they can blow me" didn't just go live on the internet, but it did now. Welcome to the SEO show. I am Matt Cutts, and this is Byron
Byron
Lee.
Lee.
Doing, Byron?
Oh, not much, Matt. Just how's your extended vacation been?
Well, me and the wife are doing the wifely, husbandly duties. We
Yeah.
are spending time with each other and trying to figure out what we're going to be doing with this Google thing. We're not sure if Google's going to catch on or, move forward.
I see. I see. Well, best of luck to you and your uh, filthy rich endeavors working for Google.
Well, I just want everybody to honestly know that, you guys have been asking me questions about SEO and link and everything else, but you do know that I'm in charge of spam. I'm the
I
guy
didn't
who
know
sits
that.
there. I read everybody's emails and decide whether or not they're spam. I mean, I have no idea what SEO even is, so stop asking me those questions.
Well,
I'm sorry. I got to get rid of his face. I mean, I look a lot like him, but now I got to figure out which control I
I see the
use.
similarities.
Yes, yes. I'm a fat, bloated bastard. He's rich. I mean, that's our similarity.
There we go. SEO show from Vegas.
Yes. Sorry. I'll put the hat back on. I am traveling on coffee. Oh yeah, I bought a bag, dude. I went out and
You got a
bought
bag?
a bag.
Ooh.
I got a bag, and inside of the bag, besides the receipt, it's coffee.
Oh, nice. Is it the Keurigs?
Yeah, it's the Keurigs. And it's chocolate chip because that's the only shit they had available for $6.25. And I bought 5. I mean, and I confused them because I actually pulled out cash. And they're like,
What do we do with this?
I'm like, yeah, no credit card for that.
So you spent like $35 on coffee? Or it
Yeah.
was $6 total?
No, it was $6 for this bag this
Oh,
time. I
nice.
literally, I drink so much coffee that I'm buying them at $6, $7 at a time and then running back down. And I know everybody's going to say, why don't you just go outside of the casino and get it? I'm afraid I'll get lost.
Vegas is a big place. I
I
got
lived
lost
there a
one
long
time,
time. So.
and it was not pretty.
Please enjoy your stay. By the way, we have your credit card and we'll charge you for any shit you mess up. Um, this is a non-smoking room, and we will charge your ass $250 if we smell smoke. So yeah, it's all funny. I'm like, yeah, I remember Vegas now. And instructions for internet access: log in and click OK. So
Couldn't be more clear than that.
I mean, they're even using a stock photo of some laptop that nobody's ever seen before because that's almost the iMac, but it's got the 3 buttons for a PC. I mean, it's cute, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be. I have that computer, and I'll be
I
like,
think it's the Chinese iMac knockoff.
there you go.
Probably.
The Imanoff,
The iBeijing.
Ijing.
All right, so what do we got going on today?
Yeah, because we just went all craziness. Today, man, is literally. I have been getting pounded in a non-sexual way with auto-blogging stuff.
Yeah.
Things are coming back around again, guys. Actually, I don't think auto-blogging, if done right, has ever died. And I'm not talking like spinning or iRobot or the robots or that these SEOs that have the tools and they'll pull all these articles and automatically post them to your WordPress thing. I mean, setting up a system to where your pushing out curation, videos, or anything else. It's amazing, but these sites are actually being built and being profitable in an AdSense way, and when they are being reviewed by Google, they're being okayed. I mean, there's nothing bad. I actually, from another SEO guy, received a list of what Google reviewers are supposed to look at and read. And as soon as you violate one of them, bam, that's what you violated, and they're done. They don't go any further. So they don't even have to really put any work into it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you violated code 625. Good luck. We're suspending your AdSense account, and let us know if your site ever comes up again, and we'll re-review it. And you're like, yeah, but I lost all that money.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Andrew, did a killer walkthrough for AdSense, setting up AdSense ads on your website in SimEasy, and I went and did exactly what he said, put in the plugin that he said, which is free. I went crazy and I spent the extra $1.92, and it was $1.92 for the pro version.
Getting crazy.
And people said, what's the difference? I have no clue. I really have no clue what the difference between the pro and... Really? Sorry, guys. Declined. I apologize for the phone interrupt this. Well, hold on. Let me shut it down. So, oh wait, that's a picture.
Hey, that's what that silence button is for.
Yeah. Well, now for some reason my camera just popped up. Listen, my phone is making
your messenger, dude.
It's 69 degrees here. Let's see. But I followed exactly what Andrew said to do, and I put it on a test site. So, wasn't going to mess with any money. I have gone, and I think I had sitting in my AdSense account $34. Well, they're not going to send you any money until you make 100.
Yeah.
So I just let this kind of sit there and wait and see, and followed what he said, and I even posted up. I had a 1,500% increase in revenue my first week. Now, that sounds like, I just made $1 million. I didn't. I made like $1. But it was a 1,500% increase over the day before, the month before, the year before, because I was making no money with the AdSense accounts because I hadn't set it up correctly. Now, everybody says, well, you find out your niche, and Dallas, who's in SimEasy and is on Facebook and stuff, and I follow his stuff, $20, $30 a day. Well, how many sites would you make and make and make? Well, of course you'd make 10 or 20 or 100. And the funny part is I was thinking about this. If you have these sites making $100 a month, and that's all they're doing, those are real sites making real money. Isn't that a PBN?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you could actually go crazy and, like, once a week out of your 5, 10 posts that you're putting up, because you're building the sites up so you can increase your revenue, you could drop a link once a week into one of these articles to another site that's an authority site, and all of a sudden you have an AdSense site that's making money pushing to another authority site that's also making money, which can then be linking to your money site, which is where you make your money, and you have this private blog network that you don't have to worry about Google finding, because if you follow the rules, they won't find your maybe 100 sites. And I know 100 sites sounds like a ton. Just say 20. Out of the billions of websites out there, they're going to look at your 20? I don't think so.
No, I fully agree. In fact, I'm a little bit over the 1,000 mark for domains that are, used for ranking clients and myself. But any one network is usually about 75 to 100 maximum, which is still pretty damn small. So, they're all segmented out. They don't intertwine together. I mean, it's just the way that I do it. It's almost like mini networks within my entire envelope. So, I mean, same principle. You've got 75 sites. Yeah, that's getting up there for the average Joe who might have like a 10-site PBN, but same principle. It's not very many sites compared to billions and billions. So,
but I think if you have a 10-site network, that's really freaking smart.
Well, true.
Because you only have 10. So you're not flagging anything. Now, yes, there are people who have 10 PBN, 10 URLs on their PBN, and they just got slapped and they lost 7. You were doing things wrong.
Yeah.
Don't put webmasters on there, okay? You can actually put ads on a site and you're not going to get flagged or, whatever. There are ways around it. I won't get super specific right now because we've been beating this PBN shit to oblivion for the past month and a half.
Out of control.
And if you remember, before Charlie came on the show, we were talking about the PBNs and the problems that may or may not be happening. You don't have to automate your control. There are WordPress, multi-site controllers and ways of monitoring and updating from a central hub, which can and cannot be the right way to do it. I mean, honestly, even if you have 1,000, if you've got a couple of outsourcers that are working in a niche, then they should be in charge of that small little hub that you have over in the corner. That's their job. They're either posting an article or a video or an MP3 or pictures or whatever they're doing, and that's their thing. So you don't need a centralized location controlling 1,000, which is giving you your massive footprint, and Google's going to notice 1,000 sites, all linking, all being controlled by the same emails, all the same name. They're not looking for one specific footprint. They're looking for a couple so that they can build a filter that says if it does this, 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 and this, get rid of it.
Yeah, basically any footprint they can find that is consistent through several hundred or, maybe even several dozen. I don't know how small they get. I don't think anyone truly knows how small they get. But usually a big network, if you're doing anything that's a pattern and it's trackable by Google or the general public, it's wide open and it's susceptible, So not that they're going to do it. I know, I'm sure there's people out there who are doing stuff pretty carelessly and they've got 500, 1,000 sites and they were not even touched. But there's other people who have 100 sites and it sounds like they were just slammed. So.
Well, and that's another thing is it's what are you doing? How aggressive are you doing it? And did you poke at Google? We talk shit about Google almost every show. I actually searched for Matt Cutz's wife. Funny part is that there are thousands and thousands of Matt Cutz's wife's pictures, and none of them look like his wife. Yes, I dropped that in there to see if we can get a keyword index for Matt Cutz's wife.
Matt Cutz's secret life.
Yeah, I think if Matt Cutts looks at this video, we're not going to get slammed. I don't think suddenly the show's going to be gone because we pissed off Google. Google doesn't say that you can't own 1,000 websites.
Yeah.
Google has never said that you cannot have 1,000 money-making websites. All they've said is make them real.
Yep, real websites, yeah.
If you own 1,000 Amazon storefronts and you sell 1,000 different things, you're allowed. You can put your name on it. You can put ads on it. You can do all of that. It's when you're trying to manipulate the ranking that they get pissy.
Yeah. Well, and this is where the fine line is. I mean, not that they would ever reverse a manual action, but you could easily argue something to where, hey, I mean, this site related to this site, I just happen to own both of them. I mean, I'm an Amazon affiliate on this site, it's like a blogging site, and this is a site where I'm also selling some products, or this client that I'm working with, I mean, he's got products related to it. I mean, there is a fine line there, not that Google cares, but that's a way you could structure your PBN. I mean, going back to the automated blogging and all that, I mean, it's just you have a bunch of money-making sites, and if they relate to each other, and if you link to one and it makes sense, I mean, listen to all of Matt Cutt's videos. He says if it makes sense, do it, and that's kind of like a best practice. So, I mean, I think as long as you're not being overly stupid with PBNs and auto blogs, and you're at least trying to be kosher about some things, you'll probably be fine 99% of the time.
Well, and to go full circle into the auto blogging that I am thinking of, or in my head, that I was with the questions and answers that I was doing with some people this week, is curating is not, hey guys, today is Tuesday, and here are 5 articles, here's a video, here's a picture, here's the keyword, thanks for reading my post, and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody sees that, they're going to go, well, this is a bullshit site. There's no value. So as soon as Google, comes through, yes, the robots are going to be fine. Everybody's going to be, oh, look at this. You're going to be great. But as soon as you get that manual look, you're going to get the email that I got, which is, this does not meet the quality standards that we want, so you're out. Where your account, your URL is banned. You're never going to be able to fucking reproduce children, all the stuff that Google controls. And that is going to be the bad thing. Now, if you do an intro and you put in an article, and then you do a synopsis of either the article before or a new one, and you put another article, and then you've got a picture or two, and you've got while we were looking around at these articles and we were reading about this professor said this, and you put in the video. And then at the bottom you say, ha-da-da-da-da. I mean, don't type in ha-da-da-da-da-da, but something of that nature. You've now curated, you've linked out to authority stuff, and by authority I don't mean a PR7 website. I don't mean you link to Wiki. I mean you link to an article or another website that actually made sense. Wow, we lost him. And I'm worried about my internet connection. Let's see if he comes back. Who wants to bet how long it's going to take? Huh. That's okay. He's freaking out right now. But to get back to my circle, is you're linking to articles or websites that actually matter with the subject that you're working with. And it doesn't have to be the #1 website for that that subject that you're going for, the niche you're going for. It could be you link to a website that's on page 100, but it has a kick-ass article that you agree with, so you pull it up. Or it could be connected to an article that you absolutely say, I'm calling bullshit on. I know I lost you, Byron, and I told everybody we lost you, which is okay. But I just finished up basically that an authority site is that the authority site that we're talking about is an authority site has relevant information to what you're linking to. Okay. It doesn't have to be Wiki. It doesn't have to be on page 1. It's just a kick-ass article or a video or something. TED Talks. TED Talks are freaking awesome videos to put on your site about subjects because they're badass videos, and everybody knows that when you do a TEDx or a TED Ed or any of those, they're limited in length, and you're going to get a shitload of content, and people are going to watch. Now that's great, but you can also drop a link to a podcast
Yeah.
that is an MP3 that there's no visual part, but it's a podcast that talks about the subject, and it may be a guy who just started. You know, I'm already seeing links and embeds to our show, and we have not asked for, paid for, or anything to spread our links around, but they're getting spread around because somebody finds it of value. Now they're probably being put on sites that might get a visitor every month, but that's okay. We're now being considered an authority show, and it may be on Comedy Central. I don't know, but hey, man, if we
That'd be awesome.
Comedy Central, I'm gonna pimp out. I'll get a Comedy Central tattoo. Oh, I might have my neck done.
Your neck done?
Here in Vegas.
I mean, all you got to do is go out on some of those bridges between like the MGM and something, and just find the homeless guys and just get a little toked up and go get some tattoos. You won't even feel a thing,
Yeah, because I'm gonna go get high with a homeless dude.
I'm just saying, if I was gonna get a neck tat, there'd be no boundaries.
If I'm gonna get a neck tat, I'm also gonna need a lawyer for my divorce.
Yeah, true.
A lawyer for my children leaving me. I'm gonna need a lot more than just getting toked up. This is the most awesome thing, though. You should see the amount of questions coming in that I'm not going to answer today.
Why is that?
I'm not going to do it. These questions and answers are ridiculous.
Such as?
Do you see that?
Oh yeah, holy crap, it's a flood.
I mean, did that sound like a webinar that we just, oh my God, look at all the questions for you. Press 1 right now if you agree with what we've been saying so far.
Look at all the ones.
Look at all those ones. That is incredible. Oh, somebody's being a smartass and just put in a 2.
Oh, haha, somebody said suck a dick. Okay, yeah, uh-huh. Sorry, guys. There's
literally no questions. There's nothing going on in the comments, so... That actually sounded really good. We should do a webinar that's just that.
We should pre-record it too, and obviously nobody will be there.
Yeah. Oh man, we could do that so fast. Create automatedwebinars.com.
Uh-oh.
There's another URL whore I need to pick up, but hey, as an interlude to do the Frank Kern's pattern interrupt, I want to start a FundMe account to get Ben over at SimEasy some new shorts.
He needs shorts and socks.
We definitely have to get him some socks because man, nobody knew he had no socks on, and I'm watching him as he's sitting at his desk. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll select this question. I'm a homo. Well, to take it back to elementary school, I know I am, but what are you?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
No,
but yeah, let's do a FundMe and get some different colored shorts for the SimEasy intern Ben to do. Oh, that was for Ben. Ben's a homo. Oh, but that's okay. He can be a homo.
Where's my intern? That's the question.
Dude, we're not important enough yet.
I guess not. Oh, well.
I mean, look, behind you. You're selling all your stuff to stay in to witness protection.
I am. I had to sell all my rock and roll memorabilia because now I'm back in my home, but in order to pay them off, to get them off my back, I had to sell all my rock and roll stuff.
That's horrible, man. See, this SEO game is not a game, guys.
I messed with some important people.
I mean, thank goodness we've got Andrew, the cop, on our side. He's going to be able to stand in front of you when bullets fly. I wonder, is Ben going to be wearing pants during the winter, or is he like just that type cat, you know. Funny part is the boss is actually throwing in things like we need to buy him pants and we need to
I
buy
know,
him
it's
shorts
awesome.
and oh no. But Ben, who's supposed to be at work, is probably not at work.
Probably not. It's
He's probably
Friday.
at the gym.
So I got a question for you, Frank.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh man, you're rocking the 2-liter.
I have to rock the 2-liter and I have to rock the Diet Pepsi because
Dude,
I didn't make it to Sam's Club and Walmart to pick up my pop. I'm so
in Vegas, that's the way you do it. I go to the ABC store and I stock up on the biggest of everything because it's the cheapest when I'm in Vegas, and that's how you
Dude,
live.
I went down the elevator and to the left to get a large water.
Yeah.
I drink a crap load of water every day. They want $5 for a half a gallon of Aquafina off-brand generic shit.
I can buy that for like $1 at the gas station for like a gallon.
I'm sure if I walked across the street, I could also hit the gas station and get it for $1. But my lazy ass literally has not left this casino in 24 hours.
Oh boy.
I will be this afternoon after done with our trainings. But yes, see, I really am in Vegas. I
So
even
this
have the
question-
Vegas magazine. Yeah.
All right, so since we're on the subject of auto blogs and kind of auto-generated content, auto-generated websites, I mean, what kind of things? I mean, obviously, there's no reason to give URLs or anything, but what kind of things have you made money with? And I mean, I can comment on things I made money with, whether it's like auto-generated websites or like, you know, automated blogging or kind of some. I think people would be interested in that. Obviously, multiple streams of income is something that everyone watching would probably be interested in, and even just using it for SEO in general, you know.
I was just chuckling because Egg B is not sure who Egg B is, but yes, product placement of the Diet Pepsi. Actually, I'm talking
Screwdriver.
Yeah. Oh, in the morning, nice.
I don't
It's
mess
Friday.
with it.
Actually, Monster beverage, Monster energy drinks. Call me back. We're
That would
having
be
a
a
good
good
conversation. Damn, I was going to say we lost you again. I have used some software and haven't for a while in the past, probably 8 months, because I wanted to slow down the posting. But I've used software to build based on other people's information, such as curation, video, pictures, and then have AdSense on there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of money. Your velocity of posting needs to be realistic, and some of the software says, hey, post every 6 hours. Well, Google's going to see that as a major, red flag.
Especially if it's every 6 hours on the dot all the time.
Yes. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, every 6 hours, there is this contraption of stuff that comes out of your account. And yes, it can be spun content and everything else, but it doesn't have to be. That's the greatest part. You can copy people's information and put it on your website, and it's okay. Give them credit, and when you give them credit, give them the freaking link. And use that, but don't do it like crazy. I mean, once a day is fine, but different times of the day. Nobody in their right mind at 9 a.m. every day is posting up a 1,000-word article with pictures, videos, links, curation, and everything else every morning at the exact same time.
Never.
It's robotic, and everybody sees it. So I've done that. I forget what the hell the name of it is. It's really expensive, really big. Well, it might not be expensive anymore. But it was automated. It had modules and everything, and you spent more for the modules. And, we got it, and we built it. And then all of a sudden, we got hit. And these monster sites that we had built up that were getting traffic were no longer able to have advertisements on them from, Google. There were no more AdSense. Yeah, we had CPA offers, but a lot of people don't click a CPA banner that's on the side. They just don't. They look salesy as shit, and it's not a quality looking thing. And I don't mean quality like you went out and you hired a freelancer and you built this awesome theme and it was just all this stuff. But your average person knows when they're on a site that has something to it and they're on a sales site.
Absolutely.
Everybody's like, oh, you want to put up these exact pages, and you want to put your information on the front page, and you want to have it set as your starter page, and then maybe a couple little things, and then throw in 3 or 4 articles, and make 2 of those posts, another one a page, and you've got your legalese at the bottom because Google's going to see that, and that's going to make it okay, and Amazon's cool with it as long as you have the Amazon affiliate information there, and you're done. You're going to make a shitload of money. The truth is, guys, it's thin, and everybody's doing it, so you're screwed because you now are part of what everybody else is doing, and that puts you up into your part of the spammers. And all Google has to say is, if it has all of these pages and 3 more pages and 2 articles, then we don't want it in our results.
Yeah.
That's not hard to do, guys. I mean, especially when all they have to do is say, if it matches this, then do this. And that's when the shit gets knocked down. Love to know what tools you were using. I usually use a screwdriver and a drill, occasionally a hammer, and occasionally a hot glue gun. Those are the tools I like to use. See, I caught you. I caught you on your phone. See?
Oh yeah, tools.
No, I'm sorry. No, Ascendo Marketing wanted to know the tools, and I don't remember. Because I'm not at home on my PC, I can't pull up the exact tool I was using. What the hell was that did the automatic? Wasn't it called Robot or something?
The one that you were showing me?
It may have been. I don't freaking know, man. Now I gotta jump into Google. Let's see. I will pop it up.
Was it that one that you had that big ass site you were showing me about?
Oh, that was actually that was SERPshaker that I used for that big that 380,000 page post.
Holy crap! Frank had this site that he put up, and we were checking the URLs like every morning, bouncing messages back and forth. I'm like, oh, you got another number 1. Oh, you got another number 5 or 6. Like all these first page rankings, it was insane.
Well, and yes, they are extremely long tail keywords. But I was also getting a shitload of traffic, so it didn't matter.
Awesome.
Yeah, I took over the state. So good luck if you find it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see auto blogging. Auto blog, no. Best auto blog, no. 4 reasons you shouldn't auto blog. And guys, auto blogging is fine. There's a WP Robot. That's it.
Okay.
And that's not a product placement. And I'm not saying that this stuff's bad. And I'm not saying this stuff's good. I'm not endorsing nor talking shit about it. I used it. I slowed down because I knew that I was putting out really shitty stuff, and it wasn't set up right, and it didn't look pretty, and it was just to see if I could blow something up, and I did. So I am saying right now, auto blogging is a bad word. You can do it in a way that is automated, but your post should not look the same. And there's Derek Pierce is an SEO guy, and he's actually had tools made that he has sold where, it changes where a picture shows up, it changes where a video shows up on the page. It's got the title, it's got the paragraph, it pulls in a couple of things, and all of that stuff is moved around, which makes it look different, and that is okay. And if you're building it a little bit at a time, now his stuff you actually have to physically touch it in order for stuff to show up. It's mostly automated, but it's not totally automated, which gives it that personal feel because you go, oh shit, I didn't update this week or this month, and you go and you update, and it gives it a freshness, love to know what tools. We just covered that. I'm glad now. No, Greg, I do not use a nutcracker because I'm married. I don't have nuts. She owns them and puts them away. Hey, what's happening? Oh, come on, man. You open the door, you can at least say hi. There you go. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How's it going?
It's going fantastic. It's going so. Are you an internet guy?
You know what? We're working it out.
He's internet and training.
Nice.
I'm a bank guy.
Hey, you just asked where the hell your intern was. He's right there.
All right.
This guy.
Right here.
I need an intern. Oh, by the way.
He's in Vegas right now.
I would happily move to Vegas if you want.
Don't move to Vegas if you want to be on the internet, man. It doesn't work.
All right, I'm going to go watch the boys.
Thanks.
Okay, you have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, look at that. Live audience interaction. I only have, okay, let's see here. Let's answer a couple of questions. EGB. I'm only wondering if your mother named you EGB, I need to talk to her because we need to get that worked out. I only have 2 tools,
that's
small
pretty
hammers, small problem. Okay, you have small tools for small problems. That's good. Use big tools for big problems. Do you think curating content is better than using spun, duplicated content in auto-blog sites? Know any tools that can auto-curate? As a matter of fact, I do know some curation software. I actually know the product creator, and his name is Hugh Hitchcock. He's been on our show before. I'm not sure if his stuff's still for sale. And it was pretty badass 3 years ago, and I know that he updates. I'll have to hit him up and ask him if he's doing that. Your content does not have to be spun the way most people think about spinning content. You don't have to spin every word, every sentence, and do internal stacked spins and do all of these other things and spin it in the best spinner and then take that spun content and put it over here into this spinner and spin it again, and then take that information and send it to a freelancer who then spins every word and syllable. You don't have to do all that. The truth is you can get away with spinning or changing the first sentence and the last sentence, and everything else can be the same. You can change addresses. You can change city states. And it's different content. And the flags and warnings are different for that content for Google. Now, if you're putting it on an AdSense site, don't piss off Google. Also, don't invite webmasters and everybody else and all their other tools onto your site so that you can give them exactly what you're doing, because you're giving them the list of your plugins and everything else, unless you're into that super ninja programming and turning robots away and doing all the shit that Jake does and knows about. But you can spin certain parts of your content, and it's going to be changed. There's only so many ways you can say, "Welcome to my website. I hope you enjoy what you read." It can be spun, but it basically is going to come back to, "Welcome to my website. I hope you enjoy what you read." So if I write that on my website and you write that on yours, should we both be fucked by Google because we have the exact same thing? We talk about, for instance, how many frickin' product launches are there today? Well, let's just say that only 1,000 people promote a product. Well, there's now 1,000 of these posts about this product, and most of the people are pulling the information straight from the sales page and putting it on their blog. So we have 1,001 websites with
And
the
it's
exact
exactly the
same
same.
shit.
Yeah.
How come they rank? Because Google gives them, and based upon authority of the writer, authority of the website, backlinks, and everything else that they look at, the robots give them information. Now, why don't they get slapped and pulled down? Well, some of them do. But a lot of the times, they don't, because every day they're promoting something new. And that's okay. It's just like, why does eBay have the same shit Amazon has, that BH warehouse has, that Musician's Friend has? They all have the same thing, and they're all ranking. It's duplicate content, guys. But it's okay. Sorry, it's one of those. Duplicate contents is a bitch for me, only because it's a fallacy that somebody put out there. Just like you can't have the same video put up. Well, I actually proved that wrong by changing a pixel in my video and uploaded 5,000 videos in one day to one account, and they all have the same title, description, and tags. Video's different, all on the same channel, and they all get traffic.
The duplicate content thing is absolutely ridiculous, because I have several local clients to where, and I didn't set this stuff up. It's just stuff that they've set up. Usually I try to do unique content for every page, but I'm working on clients to where, they have various services within a local area, and the only thing that's different is the city or the specific suburb, and all the other text is the same. The service and the suburb is changed out. We offer this in this area, and then all the explanation is exactly the same. Those pages all rank. There's some of the sites I'm working with, there are 10 or 12 of the exact same content, just those switched out. So it's basically duplicate content, and it's a complete fallacy. I mean, I know on some scale there might be duplicate content that has been slapped, but in the real world SEO, especially for local clients, the only thing that I've seen is a positive experience with duplicating pages. That's just kind of what I've seen.
No, you're right. There's my best suggestion is, and Lee, I'll get to your questions in 1 second, is the Associated Press. The Associated Press is a group of reporters that are out there getting stories and writing, and they release it to their subscribers, which is basically every news organization in the United States and the world. And let's say that, God forbid, a shooting happens at a school. The Associated Press writes about it and then shoots it to their subscribers. And this goes to answer your question, Lee. Everybody gets the same story. Now, a lot of those news people will read that story on the air or reprint it on their website verbatim and say Associated Press at the top.
Yeah.
Or they might say the writer who's rewriting the content and Associated Press, because that's what you're supposed to do, is give the link back to the original writer or artist or whatever, and they put it on there. Now, each one of these sites, wherever they are, that's unique content for them. They may also write an introduction, put in a little blurb in between paragraphs, or at the end, that gives it that unique spin. The article becomes unique when you change anything in the article, because there's not anything like that again. So you've technically changed a certain part of that article. It's now unique to you. If you take that article and you put your 2 cents in, you've now made it unique to your perspective. Google robots are never going to understand this. They are infants when it comes to understanding logic. Yes, they can read something and see if there's something else out there. People go, oh, check Copyscape. Copyscape tells you that they're not infallible. You know, you can put up something and Copyscape goes, there's nothing like that. Well, yeah, there is. I know there is, because I put both of them up on my site, so there should be duplicate content now. And that was just to see if I could break, you know, Copyscape. But you change anything and put your 2 cents in, the shit's changed. The shit is different now, and it's okay. You're not going to get slapped by Google for putting it up. What they don't want you doing is taking one article and making 1,000 pages of that on one site, which you shouldn't do. You have to change something in it, which is, that's where spinning content or changing addresses or anything else. Now, I don't know if you're going to go out and see if you can make 380,000 page website in a week, just to see what's going on. Again, testing out SERPshaker, testing out servers, testing out what's going to happen, what kind of traffic am I going to get from this. And, I mean, it is so minute, niched out, LSI'd, that you guys go out and look for it. You're not going to find it. That's just the way it is. But those pages are all getting 1 or 2 hits a day, which is thousands of hits a month. You know, so that's what I was going for, is to see if this thing could, you know, and I haven't updated it in, what, 2 months now, I think? This is the last time you and I talked about it. I haven't put up a page or anything.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even know if it's still up. I mean, it was made to test it out, to check it and see if I could break it, and bam, that was the way it went. So I hope that helps. And if you put that snippet, because you say, you know, our paragraph shuffled, sure. Does it make sense? If I read it, is shuffling the paragraphs going to matter, or can you write a sentence or a paragraph at the beginning and do that a couple of times across a couple of things? But how many times do you really need to rewrite an article to make it different, unless you've got a monstrous PBN or a monstrous group of the exact same niche websites? You know, those power sites that are there have been gone for a while. You know, those were the private blog networks that got slapped. Those are the article directories. You know, oh, I wrote this article, I spun it out, and I'm shooting it out because those are all backlinks. Well, those are pretty much dead. But you posting 5 or 6 of these articles across your blog network that's 10 deep, you'll be fine. I think Andrew and Jake will actually say that you can do a word-for-word article and change an address, and they haven't lost any, you know, sleep over it, and Google hasn't come after them. And
yeah,
so
that's exactly what I've seen as well.
Yeah, and so there's your unique. I'm sorry, I'm going to go through as fast as I can. Here, EGB. Really, dude, we got to talk about this.
EGB, who are you?
I see Adrian, but I don't know who EGB Adrian is. eBay affiliate with Longtail back in the day, 60,000 per month. Cool, now dead. Right. eBay affiliate stuff changed. I haven't messed with eBay in years. I never really got into their affiliate stuff. Peppermill, I think, is their affiliate company that does things, and I get pissed at them because they're as bad as Google in trying to figure out how to get through their shit. So if you did 60,000 per month, do it again, because the shit's coming back around, and it's about Christmas time, so you'll be able to get some money into that. Thanks, Frank. That makes a lot of sense. So as a takeaway, would you think that if using a spinner or something like Article Builder, it is better to spin for readability rather than uniqueness, since a number of unique elements they need? Readability, man. I mean, if somebody, and this again is my opinion based off of what pisses me off when I go to a website. If I start reading an article and it's bullshit, and I can tell it's been spun, I'm never coming back to your site ever again, which means I'm not clicking your ads. You're not getting my traffic. I don't care what cookies you dropped on me. I don't care what redirects you're going to use. You're done. But if I read something that's got a cool-ass spin that only you can make, I might agree with you and share it with my friends on Facebook. Now you've got two links. I came in, you're in. We lost him again. I mean, damn. Are you guys DDoSing Byron? That's not cool. That's not cool. So Lee, you have to work for your business. One. And here's a huge secret, and I'm gonna pull this up because this was a damn good article this morning that I read, and I've got to open up my email to get it to you guys. Damn good article in your thinking. Maybe not a damn good article because you're going to think the guy's full of shit or whatever. But if you start to think like this guy does, at least a little bit over here, you're going to be amazed at the outcome because come on, Gmail. My computer is humming, dude. It is so hot.
Overheating?
I'm running 2 video feeds. I've got some browsers open. Yeah. I'm sorry. We keep dropping you, man. Are you okay? I mean, are you getting a DDoS?
I don't know what's going on. I mean, my connection's pretty solid. I'm testing it on my phone, and it's like 10 meg download, 3 meg upload, but it's pretty solid, but I keep dropping. I don't know.
I'm telling you, we got to get you fully set up in Witsec, and then we'll be able to do it.
I know.
All right, what I'm going to end up having to do is on our Facebook page, I'll actually drop the link to the article. The article spoke about, do you need page 1 ranking or do you need traffic? And basically the thinking was, if you have page 1 rank for, and you're in first position for a keyword and you get 60 hits, is that better than being on page 1, position 6 for another keyword that gets 900 hits? Because your clients go, I want to be number 1 for this keyword. That's great. But you're not getting any of the traffic. So his thing was, forget your positioning, go for traffic. And I went, no shit. That's exactly what everybody should be going for. What keyword's going to get you noticed? You might not be number 1, but damn it, the first page is still cool if you're getting some of it. You know, that's why I write these crazy-ass titles for the show. You know, automated blogging is evil. Somebody is going to type in automated blogging and get our video and watch our show. We might not be number 1 for automated blogging because you have other companies out there that are paying for their software position and everything else. But all I need to do is get a hold of that one guy and his group of friends.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
You know, that's my. Yeah, I'm not talking. I'm just doing it to see. I can see your face, and you're like.
I was like, that's totally fake talking.
Yeah, I was lip syncing a technical problem. Let's see. Google killed eBay affiliates. I did WP Mage from Greg Jacobs at one point. We could build sites quicker than Google could delist them, and had 10,000 sites generating 60,000. If I could find something like this again, I would be happy. Fantastic. I've got this group of guys that I'm pretty close to. The software guy is Jake, and the guy who leads the front office is Andrew, and they've got this, from what I'm being told, a culturally diverse group of employees that enjoy rainbow flags and parades that are over at SimEasy that are working on that exact thing where you can get 10,000 sites built. It's going to cost you some money. 10,000 sites, $60,000. That's $6 a site.
Yeah, not bad.
But in a month, that's 6 divided by 30. That's 2 cents a day.
Yeah, 2 cents a day.
You need to increase that. Increase that a lot, and you'll be making a shitload more money. I'd actually jump into SimEasy and post up to a couple of guys that are in there. I can't drop their names right now because I'm going brain dead. But have them help with that stuff. Talk to Andrew and get into forums and post up. If you can think about what would happen if you had those 10,000 sites making 10 cents a day or making $1 a day. You'd be retired and you wouldn't care what Amazon would do, or eBay, I mean. And let's see here. I would prefer to get traffic for buy Canon 1D camera right now this minute rather than is the Canon D1 good? Okay. You would prefer that, but is that going to get you better traffic? Because if somebody types in buy Canon 1D camera, you're competing with Amazon and eBay and all those other guys that are really locking up as authority sites the first 5 pages of Google. You're probably not going to show up, but is the Canon D1 good or something like that? Or this is my review of the Canon D1 DSLR camera or whatever. Or I call bullshit on Canon D1 for $800. You're going to get a better quantity of buyer and viewer. In my opinion, what do you think, Byron?
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, the buy Canon 1D camera, right? Well, I guess it's buy Canon 1D camera. It's got the buyer intent, but it depends on what the traffic is for either one of them. You know, if the traffic for is the Canon D1 good 10 times as much, I mean, you know, by the time you get people who are buying and the conversion rates, you might get more purchases off of something like that rather than the buy Canon 1D camera. So.
Well, and here's my thinking on just that. Buy Canon 1D camera. I'm not in the buying mode yet. I'm not ready to buy it. I still want to know what the specs are.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
What's the guy's point of view when he dropped it on the driveway while he was taking a picture of his kid? That's what I want to see. Now, he writes up that, hey, I dropped it, it hit the cement, and it exploded like it was made of plastic from Taiwan. Then, hey, I'm moving on to another camera. That's the information I need. Now, when I'm ready to buy, they're more than likely I'm going to buy from you because of the kick-ass review, and I'll do that because I'll go back through and see if you have any new or updated information. If I type in where to buy, you know, I already know where to buy. I'm buying it from the shop down the street.
Yeah.
I'm buying it from Amazon. I'm buying it from B&H. You know, I'm buying it from any of those photo places. I already know this. There's already that brand awareness. What you want to do is capture them with a kick-ass review or some really, again, unique aspect or a direction off of that, and right then you want to get them. Guys, right now this price is not going to be any lower. Don't wait for Cyber Monday. Don't wait for Black Friday. You're not going to get this deal in your corner photography store because they can't match the volume of, boom, affiliate link to Amazon, bam, you got your 4% or 8% or whatever the hell it is for electronics on Amazon, and you've got them right now. That's your call to action. But if you're like, oh, buy the D1 camera, and somebody does not type in buy D1 camera, you're not getting anything for it. Thus, you're just losing traffic.
Breathe, breathe.
No, and I hope I hope that you guys understand that I'm coming from the buyer's aspect. The SEO is awesome, and we've got to know how to do all of what we're talking about. But you really have to think about the buyers, and the best place to look is in your house. What do your kids look at, hear, do, and everything else to get you to buy them stuff? You don't have kids? Your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, your mom, your dad. They're actually not tech internet people. And when they go to look for something or buy something or they will always tell you, well, I heard from Oprah said, Dr. Oz mentioned, and that's why a lot of these sites do this stuff. But I'm telling you this, you are going to have a more awesome thing if you go, Dr. Oz is full of shit. And this is why. You're going to get traffic because you just called out Dr. Oz. A million scientists are absolutely wrong on this vitamin. Holy shit, I got to read that. Why are they wrong? This study proves that your fat ass is going to live longer if you don't exercise. I will read that article, and I will tell my wife all about that article. So somebody write it and send me a link. Sorry. I've heard using a bunch of autoblogs on subdomains can help boost DA. Does this still work? Could those subdomain blogs rank as well as TLDs? Go, Byron.
All right, let's see. I've heard a bunch
of... Did you hear that bus?
Does this still work?
That just ran you over?
Yeah, throwing me under the bus.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Well, I think it would depend. I mean, the subdomain thing is kind of still... I mean, Google's been back and forth about their official explanation of what subdomains can do. Because before, I mean, people were thinking that, okay, subdomains are more so a separate site, but then there's also people who are saying subdomains are on the root domain, and it just helps the root domain. And I would say a little bit of both. I've had subdomains that rank independently for keywords that are totally different than the root domain, but I've also seen, for instance, franchise sites, and it kind of goes back to the local example I was talking about, where each each location, geolocation, had its own subdomain. It was the same design, it was basically the same information, duplicate content, but it all supported the main site, which was like the main franchise site. And that's one of the bigger clients that I have. So in a sense, yes, it does, and I think if you structure it correctly, absolutely yes.
Yeah, a great example of what you just explained is the Empower Network.
Yeah.
The Empower Network has its Empower Network and its main two guys or whoever who do their little blogging, but everybody who signs up is on a subdomain. And yes, all that information floods back to the top, and of course that's going to help with that. I hate subdomains. If you've got Napa, the carrepairplace.com, and you got, phoenix.napa.com. I totally get that. I mean, that's your subdomain. Or, it's napa.com/Phoenix, Arizona, Glendale, Arizona, and all that. I totally get how their subdomains are going to work. I hate subdomains for something that doesn't make sense with. If you've got, B1vitamin.com and you're going to have, procare.b1vitamins.com, and you start putting all your affiliate shit in there, I think that's a waste. Do b1vitamins.com and then write about all the suppliers of the B1 vitamin that you either are an affiliate of or you've tested or you found reports on. That, I think, will drive more solid traffic to you than you trying to do all this subdomaining and setting all this shit up, and it's a pain in the ass in my opinion. So that one's done. Yeah, I've seen. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I've seen as well with P1 low position, good meta can. Yes, you are absolutely right. And you want the better traffic. Now, Kevin Smith. I love Kevin Smith's movies. He has some of the best movies. I love Clerks. Wasn't a big fan of Mallrats, but it was okay. And, you know, you don't know Kevin
Clerks
Smith.
2 is classic. Clerks 2 is the best one.
Are you crazy?
I like Clerks 2 over Clerks.
You're crazy.
I do.
Nuts, dude. You are nuts. That was, you know, no way.
All right. Well.
No way. I will. If you can't do a whole movie in one movie, you don't deserve to throw up part 2 and part. I mean, unless you're freaking Godfather and there's 8 generations that you're trying to cover.
That's true. I did love Clerks 2, though. It's when I watched Clerks.
It was funny. I just hated Mallrats, man. It was like, where the hell did this movie?
Mallrats is strange.
It's a schooner. That is a boat, asshole. When you, sorry, Kevin. I'm just, it's one of those days. When using AdSense, do you use a plugin or do you simply use the 2012? I guess the other option is 2 sites identical A/B test. Yeah, you can A/B test, and you can use the 2012. I use the plugin that Andrew suggests in the AdSense video webinar that he did, where he walked through it. Damn it, what the hell's the name of it? It's AdSense Pro or something, or AdSense Now. It's free. I used the free, but I went and I ended up buying the Pro just to give the kid a couple of bucks. It was nothing big. So, yeah, I plug in so I can move things around easier. And EGB says the name is Adrian. Just Adrian.
The name is Bond. James Bond.
Wow, Adrian, I'd be pissed. His name's Byron Lee. Blow him up. He just made fun of your name. Oh, okay. Now Greg's in on the Clerks. Clerks 2 versus Clerks has to be a generational thing. Clerks changed the game. Yes! Clerks did change it. And it was a movie that I made people sit down with a dictionary and watch. Because, like, you've got to look these up as you're watching it because you're stupid. Yeah, and I'm a Clerks fan. You know, it's just like people like Spaceballs. Fuck Spaceballs. You'd hate Spaceballs too if your name was Schwarz. Yeah, nobody thought that was funny. Okay, that's fine. No laughs. I get you. What do you think about the SS strategy of putting the spun paragraph at the bottom of the page? I put on my first site yesterday. The bottom spun paragraph kind of sucks. Andreas says that he originally did not do the spun paragraph himself when he started. That I would test the hell out of where to put the spun content. Literally, if you're doing a site with a bunch of different addresses, just change the address. At the bottom, I don't know. I've done a couple where it's the first paragraph is spun, but it's more of the first sentence, and it's just as a different introduction to what the rest of it's going to be about. You can change up, you know, hey, appreciate you coming by, you know, thanks for stopping. Hope you enjoy this. Hey, I did a review of this. Hey, I looked over this article, blah, blah, blah. And as long as that intro makes sense, you can get away with a 1 or 2 sentence that's kind of choppy as long as the rest of it's cool. At the bottom, my question is, with spinning something at the end of anything is, Google, your reader, and anybody else has to go through that information to then find what's different. Are you spinning it for Google, or are you spinning it for your reader, or are you, are you writing and building a site just for the robots, or are you trying to get somebody to take action and do something that you need them to do, which is click on a link or buy something or whatever? In that case, you have to write, spin, control, push them into a funnel for a human being. If you're just building a site that you just want to make AdSense, who the fuck cares? But I would put your spun at the beginning so that when Google and the robots come through, they instantly see that it's different shit. They don't go through your whole damn thing and go, well, this is about 70% of the same shit. Oh, but when we got to the bottom, it's different. Okay, that's cool. I'd say, yeah, F up the beginning paragraph, and then it's automatically different, and then, the bottom matches other stuff. So
yeah.
That's my thinking. And I'm smarter than the average bear, so.
I would concur.
You concur. Do you need to use your phone?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I just froze. Oh, look at that.
Frank is froze.
That is exactly a screenshot that you need to. Oh, no, damn, I was going to say that's an awesome shot of a phone case.
Should I recreate it?
Oh man, I got a pee so bad it's not funny. Okay, so Frank hates subdomain. Sorry for continuing. Byron, would you subdomain help strengthen silo safedomains.com review versus reviews? You answer that one, my man, because and literally the only reason that I hate subdomains is I'm a lazy bastard. And doing all of this crap is just extra frickin' work. And I'm also cheap, so I don't hire people for that. So,
okay, well, my take on it is subdomains would be perfectly fine. I think that you can also get away with the exact same thing by using subdirectories or subfolders, and there's Matt Cutts. But basically, I mean, what Frank is saying is right. Subdomains do add a layer of more work, I guess you could say. You have to set up the subdomains with your hosting, or you have to hire somebody. The reason that subdomains would work, in my opinion, is if you're separating something out like franchising or like locations. And if your site doesn't apply to that and you're using, say, just silos, you might be making a little bit more work for yourself. I would say if it makes sense in the real world and your website could actually benefit from subdomains, directing down to the root domain or subdomains in a silo fashion, then great, use it. But if your site is just for SEO purposes or for, auto-blogging purposes or something like that, you really don't have to waste the time and resources on creating a bunch of subdomains, siloing them out, because you can do the same thing with sub-pages. So you're probably using WordPress, and you really don't need to waste the time on subdomains. So that's kind of my answer, but let's see. Let me look at the other part of the question. So safedomain.com/reviews versus, yeah. So exactly, domain.com/reviews versus reviews.domain.com. For SEO purposes, I would not waste the extra time on the subdomains. But if it's a client and if it makes sense and it's kind of geo-targeted and stuff, absolutely, because Google is starting to treat those subdomains a little bit more like full-fledged sites. And there's a big argument about that still, and I'm still not 100% sure what they're doing, but I do know that I've seen both of it. I've seen subdomains support the root domain, and I've also seen subdomains treated as almost its own individual website because they can rank for completely different keywords. So it just kind of comes down to what you want to spend the time on. I know subdomains aren't hard to create, but it's just kind of, why would you want to put an extra WordPress installation in, on a subdomain? So that's just kind of my 2 cents on it.
I don't know if it's my computer that's all jacked up, and if you guys are seeing some craziness, I'm sorry. It's because I don't have my fans and I don't have my cool room.
I saw some frozen faces down
I
there.
kind of think of a siloed site as like a waterfall fountain thing on your patio. Okay, the water when you start it up, the water's in the base. It's in its thing, and you turn on the pump, and it takes it to the top, and it slowly trickles down over the rocks, and it makes this cool little sound, and it's all neat. When I think of a subdomain for your siloed site, which is your fountain, is you now are removing the water from the base and taking it over to this other fountain to do the same thing. Now, the only way this other fountain gets connected back for your silo is if you didn't put another hose over to it, and it goes down here, but then it goes over there, and it does its thing, and then comes over here. And to me, that's just, if you want more siloing or you want it to do more on this one, add more freaking water or add a bigger-ass fucking pump, and then throw in a light, and you're really goosing up this really cool fountain. And fuck that other one over there. That's just, it's taking away resources that you can better use elsewhere by building a completely different site under a completely different URL that may have the same exact niche that you can then connect differently, but it's its own working fountain over here for a different reason. It's not a subdomain, so it's still able to produce its own income, get its own thing, and do its own affiliate crap and all that. So that's my visual aspect that I work with is, if you subdomain it, you're over here with this fountain. If you build a completely different structure or fountain or something, they can be connected. You've got water feature here that looks beautiful. You have a light feature here. It's its own fucking thing. And you can say, hey, this water feature was made by Joe, and this water feature was made by Joe, and those are now connected, but they're two different niches. So I probably just totally fucked that up in my head. But
No, I understand.
okay. Spin readability is EGB Adrian is EGB's name.
Welcome, Adrian. Welcome.
No, it's just Adrian.
Welcome, just Adrian.
See? Yes. We just
You're
gotta call him
confusing
just Adrian. No, we're really just messing with you, man, because it's fun because, well, you're involved. Coca-Cola will be after my bones. Yeah, my bones. You don't say that to somebody in Vegas, man. There's a lot of people after my bones. Bones. I meant the S. Rank for traffic, love it, totally agree. Awesome, glad you do. Spin for readability, today's big lesson. Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to create awesome lessons. Listen, we have been at this for an hour and 15 minutes. We have lost people. We have people here. We love all 14,982 viewers that are currently on here. I want you to go ahead and in the chat box, press 1 if you were in. Oh my God, I can't. Oh, wait, guys, slow down. I can't see all of them.
Wait, our chat box is slowing down because it's getting overloaded.
That is craziness. That is absolutely balls crazy.
The value we've delivered today is just crazy.
This is going to change the way the website runs, man. The stuff that we have just unleashed, I mean, don't tell your friends. They can't get in. If you leave this chat right now, if you leave, you're never going to be able to come back and buy.
Do you guys want more
until
of
I
this?
send you the replay with the link in it.
Do you want more of this? Hit 1 if you want more.
Sorry, guys. It's
$9.97.
Being a dick on a webinar. Now, to do what we are obligated to do because we want to be obligated, little box that has 9 squares, and you hit let me do this from the beginning. If you
9 square box.
the Sim Easy Facebook page, and then there's the SEO Show Facebook page. Shoot over to YouTube if you're not on YouTube. Subscribe to us. At 1,000 members, 1,000 subscribers, we are going to unleash the Kraken from the movie.
We have the actual Kraken.
Oh, am I back?
You are back.
I don't know if I'm back. Whoa! Sorry, guys. Here's the secret to a great Google Hangout. If the guy who starts it gets booted, the secondary guy has 10 minutes to close out all the shit.
I didn't know that. That's good to know now.
Yeah, it used to be if the main guy got dropped, everybody was out, but they kind of like give you 10 minutes to try to figure out, because what they did was they figured out how long it would take to recycle a computer.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I just started again. So what I was going to say is check out the Facebook groups. Go over to SimEasy. Sign up for a free account if you don't want to pay for a membership, and you can ask questions and kind of try it out beforehand. Go to the SEO Show Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are going to be releasing a fund me or a type of group funding because we need to help Byron find a place that's secure with the WITSEC guys, because he is under duress and his family needs to be hidden in the back hills of Idaho.
I've been messing with some powerful SEO people, so I've been told.
No, you haven't been messing with them. Don't piss them off, man. Piss them off and let them know we ain't taking no shit. This is the SEO Show. You like it or F out. No, and again, you know, it's not personal attacks. It's just the way the shit is. I don't want people wasting their money or their time on shit that ain't gonna work.
Yep.
So, with that, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I have exactly 1 hour to go get something to eat, and I've got a training class to do. So,
dude, have fun in Vegas, man.
I'm going to go gamble and lose some more money.
Okay, sounds good.
Later.
See ya.
Byron Lee. Frank Schwartz, the SEO Show. We appreciate your time and your commitment, and thanks for all your questions, guys. We will see you on the flip side.
SEMeasy.com.